What's up, y'all? What's up? What is good to everybody? Let me fix this mic real quick. What's up, y'all? How is everyone doing today, man? You already know I will go, man. It's your boy B back with another video. What I will be doing right now, before we even get started, let's test, make sure the mic is working. I know it's just really loud. Let me fix this mic real quick. All right, perfect. All right, so number one, y'all, like this video when you are seeing this video. I appreciate it a lot. Make sure that you guys are tapped in with my YouTube's Educated Hustler and Hustler Taught Me. Now, we're going to be going over a few things today. I'm going to get right into it. Long work day, very productive. I hope you guys have had one too. Now, I had a few meetings with buyers via, when do you say meetings? Just text talk with buyers this week. Well, for this week, I'm going to be showing you guys the price list right here. And this price list is going to be based upon what they are buying buying used phones for. But before I get into that, you guys see this spinning wheel right here, right? So this is something new I'm going to do. Every 10 subs that we get on YouTube and on Twitch, so it could be two spins. Every 10 subs, I'm spinning and I'm giving something away. Now, if you guys don't see, or if you see this later, right, make sure you turn that bell on so you are notified of my lives. So we got headphones, chargers. The green is the pods, cases, gadgets, and the red is nothing, right? But the main point is I want to be able to give back. And I've been really trying to figure out how to do that with the people that have supported me. So one of my biggest focuses moving forward is to just figure out an ecosystem where it can be beneficial for you to watch, tap in with the live, and also be able to walk away with something. Now, whoever wins, I will be literally giving you or shipping this tomorrow, right? So this is a great opportunity. Now, how will I figure out who wins? Well, it's all about comments. Whoever comments the most, once we get those 10 subs on live, I will be spinning the wheel. Okay? So I'm excited about that. I really am. Let me pull up the chat for Hustler Taught Me. I already got the chat open for Educated Hustler, and we're good. All right, so now let's focus more so on making this money, okay? So I'm going to move this and we're going to focus on the phones. All right, so if you're somebody out there that is flipping phones or has flipped phones, you know for a fact how difficult it could be when it comes to finding market value. Now, if you don't know why I go over these price lists, well, I'll explain it to you. Always faded, what's up? I'll explain it to you really simple, right? So the price lists help you avoid spending money on devices that doesn't need to be spent, or allocating funds from your change fund, which is basically going to be a fund that you use to fund your phone buying venture. So let's say you have $300. That's your starting change fund, right? You want to always pick from that $300. Now, if we're going to offer up, prime example, we look up iPhone 17, right? We'll put this right here because this thing's kind of irritating me holding it. I feel like I'm recording a video holding it, right? iPhone 17. If we look up the iPhone 17s here, you'll see it's a bunch of different type of prices. Now, these prices are all based on emotion. It's based on what these people view these devices to be worth. But you do have a few people that are wholesale sellers, which are people that actually get these devices on a consistent basis. So they usually typically are trying to sell these phones just so they can go back into another store and try to hit another lick. That's really what it is, right? So you got to be able to figure out what price an iPhone 17 Unlocked is worth, right? This is in West Deptford. I know this. I believe I've worked with this person before. Profile picture looks really similar. $750. Okay, so an iPhone 17 Unlocked, is that worth $750? So what you would do is you would go to this price list, and now you would see from your buyer what they're willing to pay you. Now that's a 17 Unlocked. I do not believe that it's new, and the reason I'd say that it isn't new is because, let me see. Oh, it is new. It's new. Let me. I don't want to veer off the topic, but when you see 1 year warranty and it's a new device, never believe it. Always faded. You made this chart? No. So one of my buyers gave me this chart. This chart is from a wholesale buyer overseas. C Dot, what's up, man? What iPhone 15 Pro Max is going for unlocked is 500 cheap. Now, are we talking new or used? Just let me know, new or used, and I'll look it up for you right now. I'll actually show you, right? And that's another thing, guys. I do have the new price list for the new devices. I went over a few days ago. Let me find it right now, actually. Let me pull that up right now for the 17s, I believe. Okay. So answering C Dot's question, right? Now, I'll give you guys the contact for this buyer as well. Like I don't really hold too much information. Now, I do sell a buyer's price list, which people sell all the time. So like new, used though. Okay, so like new, used is going to be if it comes with the box, and I'll go over that too. If it comes with the box, they consider it A+. If it doesn't come with a box, but it's like new, they consider it B+. If it's no box, and it's like used, and you can tell that it has some wear and tear, they consider that B grade. C grade is a device that has like scratches, cracks. If your thumb goes over that little scratch and it goes inside the scratch, it's a crack in their terms. Okay. Now, to answer your question, for a like new but used iPhone 15, I'm gonna figure that out right now. So this is raw. This ain't none of my numbers, okay? So a 15 Pro, right? Unlocked. 500 is not. 500 is too much. Now let me explain why I say that, C Dot. When you look at this, right? Look at how it says. Look at how it says. Why is my thing so delayed? Look at why it says It says iPhone 15 Pro unlocked 128. It says A+ 390, B+ 370, B grade 350. Now I want to explain why I would not sell an iPhone 13 or 15, Pro unlocked to a buyer. I wouldn't sell it to a buyer because the buyer ain't paying shit. They ain't paying nothing really. And I know why, because why would they pay anything really for the 15 Pro if they're already getting 16 Pros, right? And again, I talked about this 2 days ago on live. It's saturated. It's a really high amount of phones that do the same shit in the market, which makes the pricing really, really competitive, okay? And this is where, as phone flippers, you definitely need a buyer's price list, but you also need to make sure that you're not selling everything to buyers. And I'm saying that when I promote buyer's price lists and working with buyers, but I gotta be thorough and honest, you wanna make sure that you're not overpaying. Okay, it's a max. So 15 Pro Max unlocked, 256. If it has a box, 490. If it doesn't, 450. Let's say it's a brand new looking device, right? And just to make this clear, guys, any device over 30 days is considered used. Okay. I had to learn this the hard way when I first started. I was shipping a lot of phones and I was selling a lot of phones, and I lost a lot of money because I didn't know how buyers really graded phones, and I still learn to this day. But if I was being honest, if I'm like you and somebody's trying to sell me one for 500, I got to get that down to like 475. I got to get that down to like 475, because if I go right and I put up this list for the 16 Pro Max, look at the pricing, and these are used. It sort of kind of don't make sense. You got to think about it like this. They can't buy all the phones bunched up in prices to where it confuses us, right? The people that are selling to the wholesale buyers. So they're all trying to create a market where it's lucrative to buy all devices, but it ain't really working. So yeah, that would be my insight on that, C-Dot, is I'm sticking more so if you really trying to flip bread, going for the base models. Where do you get the phones from? Just from all platforms like Facebook, Mercari, OfferUp? You need a buyer? Hit me up. We could definitely talk. So let me answer that, always faded. Now, when it comes to where I try to find phones, me personally, I kind of would be a hypocrite if I was to say, oh, I'll find my phones on OfferUp, or I'll find my phones on Facebook. I'll be lying to you because I don't anymore. I used to. But what happened was I got to the point to where me wasn't enough. Like just me wasn't enough. So I needed to delegate it to other people. But starting out, what I did was I would go on platforms such as OfferUp, and every day I would type in iPhone first. Every day. I remember it like it was yesterday. Recent first. I had some bread in my pocket, and I would make sure that I'm looking for phones that I could buy, right? Now, it got to the point sometimes where I couldn't find anything. So I would go ahead and type in the specific device that I was looking for. And it always panned out to be like the iPhone 13, iPhone 11s, and things of that nature. Like when I first started flipping phones, it was the 5C and the iPhone 5S. Then it was like the SE and all of them. I was getting those low grade phones, but I was turning it into a profit, but I was not always selling to buyers. Got to know when to sell to a buyer. You sell to a buyer when the buyer has a price that is worth you selling it to them. But also if you have a change fund, and remember the way I talk about change fund is it's your startup money. It's your money just to flip. When you have that and it's starting to deplete, like let's say you had $300, but you start investing into phones and you see it going down, I'd rather sell my devices to wholesale buyers because they sell fast. They just pick them up and cash me out. But I also wouldn't mind sitting it on a platform like OfferUp or maybe even Facebook and having a consumer buy it. Consumers always buy based on demand. Therefore, I would make more money. Wholesale buyers buy based on market value. So they don't pay me as much as a regular person would. All right. So that's sort of kind of where you got to just watch out. A regular person ain't going to pay you a low amount because a lot of people nowadays, they're looking to upgrade for phones, but they don't got the credit. They don't want to, or they don't want to installment. They don't want to pay no higher bill. All right. So back to this though. I want to talk about the iPhone 17s and lower when it comes to it being used, right? A used device is way more valuable nowadays than a new. And I'm not talking about just price. I'm talking about the time it takes to acquire. I'm also talking about the way that you could actually sell. Now, I come across a lot of people on a daily basis that when I ask this question, they answer it wrong. I say, hey, would you rather buy a phone that is new or used? Locked or unlocked? Most people tell me I would rather buy a device that is unlocked and new. Well, what if I told you guys that those are the worst devices to buy? And that a lot of us, we have a misconception of where and why and how we actually flip phones. When you flip a phone, the main objective should always be, and this is why a lot of people fail. I have done my calculations based on the people I come across, and around 85% of the people I actually witness phone flipping quit. Now, the other percentage is either people that are making it just barely or people that are taking it ultra seriously. I have a total, I could probably count them on my hands, of like 10 students that have created their own YouTube channels with flipping and all of this other stuff and have become very, very successful. And the others, they're either, it's just a side hustle, nothing too crazy. And what separates them is this clear point. You got to understand, anything is valuable. Anything. A PlayStation 5, an Xbox, a AirTag, Amazon door cameras, all of these, like the Ring cameras and all of these things are valuable to buyers. But we're sticking on phones real quick. When it comes to a used device, it's going to be more valuable than an unlocked because it costs less. It's a specific market that you're going to be targeting. So let's say we're talking about a T-Mobile iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'd rather buy a locked iPhone 15 Pro Max more than I would want to buy an iPhone 15 Pro Max unlocked, because the iPhone 15 Pro Max unlocked is going to cost me more money, right? And the goal is not to spend everything I got. So to all of my people watching me now or even later, when you go and you are telling me or hitting me up like, yo, I got 10K to spend, what should I buy? Or can you direct me to da-da-da? I always tell them, do not spend that 10K. Do not spend all that 10K. Spend like 25%. Like when you got bread to spend and blow and actually invest, you don't invest at all. That's how broke people invest. But when it comes to being a financially responsible, savvy, and also understanding how money works individual, you want to put a little bit out there, let it prove itself to you, and then put some more out there. I like to think of money, every single dollar, as an employee. So if I got $1, that dollar need to bring back something if I'm spending it. So if I'm going to go ahead and buy a unlocked 15 Pro Max, right? Let's look at this. This got to be an unlocked one, right? Unlocked storage, 1 terabyte, 90% only cash, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Cool. $800. But then when I look at something like this, right? This can't be an unlock, right? Let's see. Unlocked, but I don't think this probably was with a carrier. You could tell because this seemed like it got some. It's a 256. It got some scuffs on here, so you could tell it was used. You're rarely going to find unlocked phones that people are just trying to sell, right? They're usually phones that people get from somewhere, right? Or you paid it off and now it's unlocked. A 15 Pro Max probably is paid off by now, right? But again, the pricing is different. $800 versus the $500. This is probably factory unlocked. This is probably carry unlocked, they think, right? And I can tell because they put it at $550. Usually if they're going down in price, if I check this IMEI, it probably will say AT&T. It probably will say T-Mobile. And then what would happen is I would talk to the person and say, yo, bro, let me talk to you real quick, man. This joint locked. He gonna say, oh, yeah. But like, look. All you gotta do, bro, take that joint to AT&T and then just get it unlocked. Don't ever fall for that. No, you unlock it then, bro. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here, right? That's my issue, spending all of it. Yeah, always faded. You don't want to spend all of it because spending all of it is always going to put you in a bind because a lot of us, we think if we spend it all, we make more back. That's not actually what happens. If you spend it all, you have no leverage, right? Like if you spend it all, you have no leverage. And I always say this in almost every live, you can't buy a double cheeseburger and a medium fry with a phone, but you can buy it with money. And I use that example because a lot of people start to really forget where their leverage is. So that's why they don't make money. I had a guy, he paid me $25 a month. He joined the community and we had a meeting. And usually when you join my community, the first thing I do, I hit you up in the inbox and then I give you a link to schedule a call with me. So he schedules the call, an older gentleman. And you could tell that he was tired of working. You could just tell, right? And I don't like working with people that are miserable or not happy or feel down about their life because it's always an up in your life, bro. Like there's always something good in your life. I promise you, right? But this guy, everything was gloomy. All right, cool. So we talking. He like, yeah, man, I really want to do this. I'm gonna do this, and that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not one of them people that sell dreams. I sell reality, right? And you often make you sell it to yourself. So I asked him some discovery questions. And he was telling me basically he really doesn't have the time to flip phones. So when he does have the time, he wants to spend all the bread. I said, don't do it. We met once a week. Next week, he like, yo, B, I got this phone, that phone, this phone, and that phone. I told you I'd do it. I was like, you know what? All right, cool. Right? I'm like, all right, bet. So he go ahead and he's showing me that he's got these phones. I lie to y'all not. Everything I love. 2 of them were blacklisted. 1 of them had an iCloud lock on them. And I think the other ones were good. It was 5 of them. I said, so what you gonna do now, bro? He's like, man, I don't know, B. He like, yo, can you help me? I'm like, how do you think that I'm gonna be able to help you? He like, because man, like, I know I shouldn't have spent all my money, but I need this bread. Like, I can't take this loss. I said, bro, if you can't take the loss, that's the reason you don't spend all your bread, because you're bound to make some mistakes. You hear me? Like, I'm not here to sell a dream. See, that's the problem with a lot of this generation, I feel. Like, as far as like how they sell us and try to act as if what we're doing or what we are going to see is going to be success off the rip, or why people, they put on social media that they're just going to be this ultra successful individual. No, 9 times out of 10, you're going to go broke a few times. You're going to fuck up a few times. You're going to be upset a few times. You're going to be on the verge of quitting sometimes. But you got to be willing to actually get your ass up and continue to move forward and become better. And yes, always faded. He was cooked. Okay. But I ended up finding, and this is another thing, if anybody is in that situation, what you do if that happens is you don't panic. You go on these apps, it's like OfferUp or Facebook, and then you say, you bundle it. You have to bundle the phones. If they're iCloud locked and all that, and you spent out a big sum of money, bundle it for exactly what you spent for it. Because 9 times out of 10, if you spent a certain amount for it, you can get that amount back. That's a fact, okay? If you mess up with phone flipping, you can fix it. Too many people mess up and they become desperate. You cannot start a business broke, because the desperation that you will have will lead you to become broke even more, right? That you can't do that. And those type of behaviors, guys, it sort of kind of sucks, but that's just honestly what we're in. We're in a I guess, place where everybody just wants to make money and become an entrepreneur and great, and they're willing to just create a facade in order to have it, right? All right, so when it comes to these phones, all of the used phones, if I ever see, and this is just my take, okay? I don't know what you guys think, but whenever I see this number right here in the A+ category, higher than 500, I don't buy. Because a phone that cost me $100 to buy will never generate me enough profit for that risk at all. Like, I'm not spending $500 on an iPhone 17 Air. I'm not doing it, because how many people out here are going to actually have that money to be able to pay for that phone $500, $600? I'm not paying $500 to make $550. I'm paying $500 to make $700. The more money you kick out, the more profit you got to have on the back end. And see, a lot of people don't understand that. They think the more money that you spend, the better it is. No, the Facebook ads shit is fake. Facebook ads don't fucking work. If you're somebody out there that is phone flipping and you're like, oh my God, yeah, Brandon, I use Facebook ads and I can get a bunch of phones. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, listen, that is the reason you are in the position you're probably in, because you're delusional. And it's no disrespect. It's only truth. The truth can never be taken as disrespect, because putting an ad to purchase devices, if you don't have a storefront, becomes pointless, because that outreach that you could have had or made for free is the same thing that Facebook is doing. Law of averages. The more you reach out, the more you do, the more you try to offer, the better result you get. That's a fact. 10 offers a day, or 10 offers in the morning, 10 offers in the night, you can close deals easily. It's really a difference, because you have to understand that when it comes to flipping, and the reason people fail, again, is because they don't know money management. And a lot of people don't. They don't know money management. Money management isn't something I feel people are focused on. You know what I mean? So I do not buy any devices. Now, let me show you guys the devices I will buy. 16 Pro is something that I think is really cool, but only the locked version. Now, why would you only want to buy locked? Because, see, again, people get this confused. Hey, Brandon, if I buy locked, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Like, buying locked phones are horrible. You don't know how many people I talk to that tell me that they never knew that they could buy locked phones. That is crazy. If you don't think you can buy locked phones, whoever's course you brought, whoever community you're in, Just leave. Because buying locked phones, let's role play, me and you. I am a buyer. You are a consumer. I buy locked iPhone 17 Pro Max right now. I buy that joint for like $400, right? You got T-Mobile. You want another phone. You go to T-Mobile. Ew, I need the iPhone 17 Pro Max. They say, all right, look, with your credit, the way your credit look, you got to put down $500. You got to put down X amount, right? You like, damn. All right, never mind. And my bill gonna go. Ah, never mind, right? So then what you do is you start looking online. You find my phone. I sell it to you. You take that phone. You go to T-Mobile. Put that phone in your account. No installments. One payment. You're good. Your bill stays the same. These are things I need you guys to start thinking about. All right? And that's why these price lists are very important. Because if I go right now and I look at 16 Pro unlocks, right? If I go on OfferUp and I look at them right now, guarantee you iPhone 16 Pro, right? There are people that don't know the price as far as market value. Market value is what the device is deemed around the world, not just here in the US, right? A lot of people don't know because a lot of people don't have price lists. How the hell is an iPhone 16 Pro Max going to be $800, right? But, I mean, a 16 Pro is $800, but then a 17 Pro is going to be $800. How? Let's look at that again. How is a 16 Pro Max going to be $800? But then when we go 17 Pro, I keep saying Pro Max. The 17 Pro is going to be $800. The reason is because there's too many people selling devices but don't know what they're worth. Everything is crammed up. Hence why you need a price list so that you could say to this person that has the 16 Pro, the person that has the 16 Pro, you got to be like, hey, yo, listen, I see this phone, I want it, but I don't want it for that price. Okay, I don't want that phone for that price. And we can make some offers. We can go ahead and start chatting with some people right now, right? So William Tucker Jr., January 2025. This is a used one. He's out of pocket like a pistol in a robbery. 512, okay. T-Mobile, phone, great in condition. So, all right. I'm going to explain what I see when I look at these because there are people that do use OfferUp and Facebook and need to know exactly how to utilize the negotiation tactics, right? Or how to amplify the negotiations. When I look at this post, all I see is a legitimate person that is ignorant and don't know necessarily what they're doing. They listed it 2 days ago in Philly. Great. 512, great. T-Mobile, cool. But then when I see privacy screen attached, you know what that tells me? That tells me that this person is regular, just like me and you. Ignorance isn't always bad, especially when phone flipping. If you come across somebody that's ignorant, I'm not saying it in a negative term. I'm saying it in a logistic, like a regular, honest term, right? They just don't know. So this person thinks I want a privacy screen attached. Now, let's say we are regular consumers. Why the hell would I want someone else's privacy screen attached? Nor do I want somebody's privacy screen that is cracked, right? Now, here's where as a seller, I'm a little hesitant. If I buy this, is there a crack under this privacy screen? You know, back in the day when I used to flip phones, I used to put privacy screens over phones that were cracked. Facts. So I know the game, not saying this person is trying to do it, but how would I actually approach this? Okay, 16 Pro Max, 512, right? 512, okay. Cool. So what I would do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to look. All right, so it's locked. I always go to B grade. No matter where you're buying or what price list you're using, I would always recognize, I would say this. Recognize B grade, which is the middle tier. Any middle tier you use, because every buyer uses a different grade system. Every buyer. But whatever is the middle, use that. Do not ever use A plus or B plus or A or whatever. Use the one that is regular. Regular use device. Because there's been plenty of times where I went to sell phones to buyers I've knew for years. I'm sitting down. I got 2K in phones in my lap. I hand them over to him. He looks at them. He gets like a little, sometimes it's a sticky note. It's hand sanitizer. I swear, we're in a car or we're in a restaurant. He starts scrubbing and looking, and they try to find any type of defect just to pay you less. And there's plenty of times I lost money. I've lost money because I paid or brought it for a B plus price or an A plus, right? So always go a grade down so that you protect yourself, okay? With this person, I see 570 for the 256. It's worth 570 to this buyer. So I have to think to myself, well, how am I going to make my profit? So then what I would do is I got to start going and looking, doing my calculations, right? So 570 minus what I want to make. So $50 is the least, okay? But I see 520 my selling price. That means that's the price I can't go over, or I'm cutting into my profit. When you're negotiating with somebody as any type of sales individual, you always want to approach it with the sense of, I know my bullet points. Number one, I need to know what the IMEI is. I need to know if this is a new or used device. I need to know if it's on an account. And if we are getting into a price war, I need to make sure that there is an amount that I will not go over. Hey, can you do 520? Yeah, I could do 520, but I don't want them to know that. So no, I can't do 520, sir. I can get it for 500. I can't do 500. Okay, cool. And I'll explain to you guys in a second what to do when somebody says no. And every single time someone says no, if you do this, you will 90% of the time get a sell out of them, no matter what. So 520 is my ceiling, but I got to make sure I have some wiggle room to negotiate, right? So me seeing this, I already know what I'm offering, 450, because it is a low price for them, but I can always do something to make sure they respond. And what we're going to do is this, right? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say I can do 450. This is on a account, right? Okay. Now, I'm just going to say it's on an account, right? Even though I don't know, but I'm going to ask that question just because I want this person to respond. Now, look at the numbers. This person wants $800. I offer 450. That's half of what they want, basically, or practically, but a little bit more. The problem is that if this person honestly does value this phone at $800 while it's used and has a crack right here on the side, they are delusional. And that is the reason I'm asking this question, because this is on an account, right? Well, it is, because if it's a T-Mobile phone, he did not pay his installments yet. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's probably going to be a 2-year term. He probably got this last year. If you do the math, you know this phone is not paid off. This person either got a new device or left T-Mobile. So you got to make sure you are utilizing every aspect to your advantage. So I'm going to send this. If he responds, we will go ahead and negotiate with him. Anybody that responds, we'll negotiate to or with live. Okay. But again, what? 15 or 16 Pro Max found this iPhone back in September. Owner has never came to receive. This is a passcode and iCloud on it. Sell it for parts. I'm on a side note. Anybody out there that buys phones that are locked, right? Whether they're locked iCloud or have a passcode on them. Okay, we get these at the store all the time, and it's dangerous. I want to make this clear. Buying phones or flipping phones isn't always something you're going to want to do on a consistent basis. As far as like stolen phones, I would be disgenuine to tell you guys to consistently buy iCloud locked phones. Now, the buyers do, they buy them, okay? They buy them. I believe I do have the price list to show you actually, but they buy them. They do. Let me see. I'm not sure if I got it. Hold on. I don't know if I have it on here. Hold on. I do, but it's cut off. I gotta email myself the rest of this. But they buy them, okay? They buy them. Like, as you see right here, right? This is going to be the iPhone 14 Pro Max. They'll buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max locked where you can't even get into it for $200. Right? That's good. That's really good. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. The problem is when you actually buy a phone or you acquire a phone that somebody stole. Now, let's make this clear. I want to set the table because I get so many people. Oh, my God, I feel so bad. This guy, he just told me to quit and he took all these phones out of the safe and now he wants to sell them to me. Buy them. It's different. What I mean by stealing is literally taking someone's phone that is locked and selling it. One, it's traceable. Two, if the cops end up at your door because somebody called and said, hey, my phone is pinging at this address. In the YN's terms, you're cooked. I'm UNC status now. I'm not a YN no more. I'm UNC status. But you're cooked. You're done. You're done. Difference between buying a phone out of a store and a phone out of somebody's hands that did not want to sell it is very big. And the reason I'm saying that, though, let me make this very clear, is because this person is trying to get you to buy this phone or trying to get somebody to buy this phone. I would buy it. I'll buy it right now. Not for $100, but I'll buy it. I probably can get this thing look all right. And this is, I ain't gonna lie, this is how you make the most money phone flipping. What you do, now, listen, I'm just telling y'all how it works. This person will have no value for this phone. What the hell he gonna do with it? He ain't gonna do shit. You know that I brought an iPhone 17 Pro Max iCloud locked for $1? For $1. I made $320 from it. The problem is, if I get caught with that phone, it's a wrap. No matter what, because I didn't take the person's ID because they didn't have one. They were a crackhead. But still, that is going to get you in trouble. So when you're buying phones like this, you need to get them for dirt cheap. You need to sell them to a buyer immediately. I personally would never want anybody that follows me to get into any type of situation. But I'll tell you a situation that, and I just want to tell you guys this because where I fail, I would rather you guys skip that step, right? I had a guy, he was a buyer. This buyer bought a bunch of phones from me. He bought probably around 20 a day from me. He had bread, okay? He was cashing me out $20K daily. And he's a really, really cool guy. Problem is, he was really big on eBay, top seller on eBay. So his house, when you would walk in, filled with iPhones stacked up on a dining room table, on a couch. And one day, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I got 15. I'm like, I want to pull up on you. He's like, all right, cool. He cashed me out. He said, put the money in the trunk because if the cops stop you, they'll da-da-da. And it's just ironic he said that because when I left, I saw cops speeding down. I'm like, why the cops speed down this road like this? It was the suburbs, nice, you know what I mean? Nice place. Guys, he got, I think it was like 4 years in prison. Because he sat there and was housing locked iCloud, locked phones, selling them as parts on eBay. So like, that type of stuff is not something you want to do. You don't want to do that. You don't want to house these devices. We actually have a message. Okay, we have a message. Great. Now, this person says $450 is too low. Again, is this on an account? And also, 800 is way too high. What the heck? Just let me know. That's it. Now, he said 450 is too low. That is something I anticipate, right? The point of the matter, what's today's date? The point of the matter is this person, perfect. Now, I just messed up because I should have not been in this screen when he typed back. That's too desperate. But he said it's unlocked. I don't understand what you mean by is it on an account? Okay, so this is a regular person. Okay. Okay. Watch this. Okay. Just send it and leave it alone. Okay. Watch. Let me explain why. I'm not going to say nothing to him. He said he doesn't understand, and that's fine. He said that it is unlocked. That's fine. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the account that said it was T-Mobile? Okay, cool, right? This person had that listing up, I believe, for a day or so. But I want to talk to y'all about something real quick. Look at this. I didn't even see this. This person has the iPhone 17. This is a wholesale seller. Somebody that goes into stores, sells phones. I guarantee you. Look at the deal I could have got. I didn't see this. But also, I don't know if these are real. I'm very skeptical right now. But then it's like, he has a good rating. I don't know. Y'all want to check to see? Live? We could check the IMEI. I don't know if this is real. This person said that they'll do it for $900. 2 iPhone 17s. If we look at our price list, right? I don't count these as new. I don't believe it's new. Anybody that has listings that have these little bullet points, and then it says call plus text activated and all of that, I think scam. Like, you doing too much to make it seem like you on a commercial. Like, I don't need you to sell me the phone. I just need you to sell me the phone, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't need, hey guys, this comes with 13 hours of battery life. Like, I don't need none of that. Like, I don't need color lavender. Like, bro, I see the color, I see the phone, I expect it to work, but I don't need all of that, right? Let's see. Let's do it. I'm about to sign into something real quick, and we're gonna look at the IMEI. I can't log into this on screen though because people be trying to hack into my stuff. So, all right, let's look at the IMEI. All right, cool. Is this the person we just? No, that's not him. All right, so let's look at these IMEIs real quick. Watch this. Damn. I'm opening things I don't want to open. All right. Let's look at this. I don't know if these are real. All right, I'm about to bring it over right now. Hold up. Look at this. All right. He wants to sell these $900. That's going to be around $450 each. He is currently asking for $650 per phone. If we look at the price list, iPhone, he said 17, but they're locked, right? I can't buy that. I did I think it was unlocked maybe, guys? I don't know. That was a badass fucking deal. The hell was I thinking? Let me see. Oh, because he said it was T-Mobile, but it's not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. This is a fraud. This is a scam. 100%. 100%. Scam caught. Let me tell you why. So, iPhone 17 Pro, what color does that say? Oh, Pro Max. What color does it say? What color does it say? Anybody know? Going once. Going twice. It says iPhone 17 Pro Max color orange. 256. But then when we look at this, William, come on, broski. Come on, bruh. William, this is an iPhone 17. Uh-oh. Let me tell y'all what this is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Y'all seeing it live. Uh-oh. Here we go. He did his research. Now let me explain to you guys before I click on this why when I walked away and said okay, he is still trying to pressure me. Well, what he's trying to do, he doesn't know the value of the device. So what he does is he says, okay, well, let me look it up. And he went and looked the phone value up for a new phone of what he has. Now, let me do my research. iPhone 17 Pro Max cost. Watch this. Just because I mean, we're going to get back to this scammer, but hold on. 800 is an appropriate number. The phone is retailed at $1,200. Okay. Let me be nice. How? Look up only because I'm live, I'm doing this chatting. I swear to y'all, if I wasn't live, I wouldn't even be talking. I would just look at the messages and wait until he says, okay, I do it. But I kind of like, I ain't trying. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't about to talk back to me in front of y'all. Like, he ain't about to do that. Like, we can really go back and forth. This is what I talk about when I mean, or when I just say that you have ignorance. And it's okay because he may not know, for real. But it's the point of, if I was just a regular Joe Schmo phone flipper, I'd probably be like, oh, you know what? Oh, really? Really? Okay. Well, let me concede. No, an iPhone 15 Pro Max cost, thank you. This is old. I kind of understand. Maybe he did type it in, right? But like, he got to understand. He got to understand. Like, he should have just used this, but he didn't. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what's up? What's popping with you? Hey, man, what's up, man? All right, so, Amen. Am I saying it right? I don't want to say your name wrong. But look. The point of the matter is, guys, now he's doing his research. I got to get out of here because I can't seem desperate. This guy right here, though, he's out of pocket like a piston in a robbery. When you see the IMEIs that you check and they don't add up, I want you guys to realize that you're going to have to not, I wouldn't say like snap on them or anything, but just be like, yo, you know what I mean? This isn't what you're advertising. So I don't want to do business any longer. That's it. Because this person is lying. Wow. Cool. So that's why he wanted to do the deal. And that's one thing I want to tell you guys too. When a deal seems too good to be true, don't ever fall for it. He said it's T-Mobile, but sends me a Verizon locked iPhone, IMEI. And then what's interesting is even if I did fall for it, y'all, look at this. Oh my God. I'm not going back and forth. You got it, bro. If you change your mind, cool. Let me know. No bad blood. Get your money, man. I don't need to cheat you. And let me explain why I'm saying this. He says actually the retail price is $1,100 and the lowest I see for a retail price is $1,000. I'm referring to the 16 Pro Max. Look it up. Oh my God. The lowest retail price he sees. I just got to look it up. Because again, these are things. Oh, I'm tripping. I say 15 Pro Max. Oh, cost. So again, he's going by this, but a lot of people don't understand when you get the AI overview, the source sometimes is a little bit old. You know what I mean? It's okay. Used. Fair condition. But I'm not going to say that to him. Secondhand, I'm generally around 700. I'm not going to send this to him, but I don't know what he's talking about. I think that he's like, again, people will create whatever narrative they need in their head. Been loving the content, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate all the support, man. It means a lot to me, honestly. I don't take it for granted at all, man. So thank you so much for the compliment. I really, 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 really appreciate you. And I hope that you're having a happy, almost holiday. But yeah, guys, so we're going to let that guy sit and let him resonate. He's going to sit there for a few days. Guarantee you he ain't going to sell a phone. When he don't sell a phone, he going to hit me up. Now, what I wanted to explain to you guys, though, is everything does not always close. And sometimes when they do, you got to do that fact check, just like we did right here, and see that he's lying. Now, if we really wanted to, which we could do, I could check the other IMEI or the other phone that he sent me, right? This guy is clearly capping. Like he's clearly like not too smart, right? Because for you to send me an IMEI, see, he sends me IMEI 1, IMEI 2, and these are for the phones that I said I could do, and they said 17. But the problem with it is, this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max, 256. He's lying. These are clones. And they take the serial number. And then here's the thing. The IMEI ends in 559, okay? But none of the IMEIs I think that he sent me ends in 559. Yeah. So he put up a misleading picture, and then he proceeds to like send me the IMEIs like I'm stupid. Gotta watch out, man. You gotta watch out. People will always try to finesse, and that's the problem. This seems to be more realistic. This is more realistic right here. Okay? Blurry ass photo because they was in a rush on their mattress without the sheet to take the picture trying to get the bread. The rent almost due. Not unlocked, T-Mobile, nothing wrong with it. I'm cool with that. We go straight over to a Pricelist and we go and look to see what the 15 worth. Straight like that. This is a good buy, right? Now, I wouldn't buy it, but look at this. Not 190, 260, 300. This is a phone that you definitely wouldn't sell to a buyer, but a phone you should buy because you could sell this to a regular consumer, okay? This person is desperate. This person, Sasha, she needs the money. And that's okay. I can do. Now, here's the problem. 200. No. I can do 190. Now, Sasha might try to negotiate me up. But I already know Sasha need me more than I need her. I ain't tripping. It's all about the, man, listen. It's all about how you can get the phone for less. Every time, man. Every time, y'all. We don't want to overpay for phones, right? There's no need for that. You feel me? Let me see, y'all. Oh, man. Shout out to everybody that has liked the video. I really, really, really appreciate it, man. I really do. Another thing that's selling really well for me, guys, Poshmark, man. Poshmark has been killing the game. I just got a few more sales on there and literally selling Labubus, y'all. And I've been showing you guys every other live, you know, my little, let me see. I've been showing y'all. I'm about to show y'all right now. Hold on. Well, I got some things I gotta ship tomorrow. I've been showing y'all. These have just been selling. They just been selling. Why is this still in transit? That's weird. That is weird. Yo, look what he said, man. I mess with him. I bang with him, man. He said, okay, yeah, no hard feelings at all. I think sometimes back and forth is part of negotiations, but I meant no harm. Well wishes, my friend. Now, and that's okay, and that's good. I'm not going to respond. Now, that's not out of me not wanting to talk or being upset. No, I'm just not going to respond because he'll hit me back up. When he hit me back up, I need to make sure I'm ready. I got to make sure that I had a leverage. If I hit him back and I concede or, you know, I make it seem as if I need him more than he need me, I lost, man. I'm not in the losing. I'm only in the winning. See, that's the problem. A lot of people, they want to close deals because they want to feel good. They don't want to close deals because they want to win. I want to close deals because I want to win. So I'm not really into more victories. And I'm also not hurt by him going back and forth. It's just more so, bro, like, my phone finna tap. It's just, I'm not about to, I'm never going to lose a negotiation, ever. Before I lose a negotiation, I'm going to go ahead and pull up out of there. Every single time. Every single time. Have you been selling electronics on Poshmark as well? No. So, I've listed a few things on Poshmark when it comes to electronics. I haven't had really any good success so far. What I figured was maybe I need to continue to keep selling the dials and everything, and then what I'll do is get my rating up. I've been selling a lot, but only one person has left a rating, and like that's why I didn't really make two. That's why I didn't really make a full video on it. But let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell you, I'm gonna call one of the subscribers out that I have, man. So, as you guys know, right here, you can get Poshmark. Like you can get the Poshmark dial. That's I said Poshmark. You can get some of these dials, right? So one of the subscribers ends up. We done with fall flipping right now. We're gonna get into reselling. One of the subscribers, he like, yeah. He bought a bunch of them from me. What I'm learning as, and I'll tell you guys this in real time, what I'm learning as a reseller that does YouTube and social media marketing stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Yo, T, what's up? I've been all right, bro. What I'm learning is people will always, like you have good customers and you have bad ones. That's what I'm learning. Like I'm gonna keep it. I ain't gonna color code it. You got customers that actually are really trying to be customers, and then you have customers that are high maintenance. I don't like high maintenance customers. I'm not a babysitter, and you know, one of the most wealthiest people I know, he often talks to me. We I wouldn't call him a mentor, but we have like dinner sometimes. I'm sitting down, I'm explaining to him some of my business troubles or whatever. He's like, you know, Brandon, and I like sharing these things with you because maybe you're not in the room with me at that time, but at least you still get the lesson, right? So what he said to me was this, and it really, even to this day, it kind of like, it sticks with me. He was like, Brandon, you got to realize the cheaper you price your products, the worse your customers are going to be. I didn't understand what he was really talking about until you realize, like, when I do free classes, people don't come. Or when I do free classes, people don't actually retain the information. But if I do a paid class, they'll want the replay, they'll want notes, they'll try to follow up, they care more. Same thing when it comes to like products. If I'm selling a product on eBay and maybe I'm selling a $3.50 charger, this is a fact. The person will buy the charger and they'll be all right. A couple days will go by and they might complain and say, oh, shipping was a little longer, right? Okay. But then if I get a wholesale order from a big company, like a hospital or home health aid company or an Amazon DSP, they won't complain at all. You know, and I took probably like $350 from them. It's just, I think what I'm saying is the electronic game has not really picked up on Poshmark. I think because the target market that I'm actually getting, like $17, $20, $15. Great, I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. I'm good with whatever money I make, but it's more so about like understanding your platform also has to do with the quality of customer you obtain. You know what I mean? I think it's important for us all to realize that, like, a lot of us, we start second guessing our pricing. I know a lot of y'all do, because I do too, where it's like, damn, bro, like, I really want prices at $20, but instead I'm gonna price it at $12 because I don't think nobody will buy mine at $20. But like, look, I'll give you a good example. Now I don't know if this is gonna pan out because this is my first time looking this up, but I'm sure it will make sense. I'm sure. This is a really smart idea. If I could take these Apple logos off and make this a 2-pack, that'd be cool. I might do that. But look, you go here. Look at this. $49. $49. $45. $45. But then, scroll down. All these other ones. $15, $10, $34 is pretty good. $19, $21 for that. $47. They are killing the game with this. Never mind. People are taxing. They taxing right now. Because it's the holiday. But somebody would see that and they'll be like, well, damn, I can't sell my product for that much. They ain't, or, oh man, I might as well not even post my product because I get my product a little bit too high. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. And that's where I think it becomes very, very stressful for everyone. Because again, if you're trying to acquire product, but also trying to grow and build, you got to stop thinking about what other people are pricing their products at. What is an Apple supplier? I don't know any Apple supplier. Usually to get the Apple suppliers, you have to, it's a certain things you got to go through. I don't have an Apple supplier at all. I don't. I wish I did. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't even know if you mean Apple phone. I have a phone supplier. I don't have a Apple accessory supplier. That's pretty hard to come across. When you get that, it's a wrap. But they usually want money with that. They want money. It's like having a liquor license. You know what I mean? Thank you, y'all, for liking the video, man. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love y'all like a fat kid love cake. Now, what I want to talk about though, when it comes to reselling, right? I want to really just talk about something simple. How do you start? Now, I know that I have some people that actually follow me for reselling and some that follow me for phone flipping. You know, when it comes to reselling products just in general, it's important for you not to rush the process. And I was live, I think 2 days ago, and I was talking about how one guy was confiding in me. And he was telling me how he started reselling because he really, really needed the money. And he was in a situation where if he didn't get the money, he may be homeless. And, you know, I don't have any remorse for that. Not because I don't care. I don't have remorse for it because I feel like that's good. I feel not his situation, but I think it's good when you have pressure under you. Pressure forces you to get your ass up when you don't want to. It forces you to keep going when you feel like you can't anymore. And, you know, I've been in positions, guys, especially with reselling, where I spent way too much money. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back. eBay is a good platform for you to make money. But the problem I see with a lot of people that are reselling, and I'm going to just tell y'all, you're too busy trying to resell online and not trying to ever touch any customer in person. You know, I put so much time into helping people because I felt like I wanted to be that influencer, that guru, that person that wanted to like help people make money. And then I realized after countless students, I can't help anyone make money. I don't help people make money. What I do is I give people the foundation I had, the failures I had, the guidance from those things, and then let them do what they do. And the only successful students I've ever had all did one thing in common. They hustled. They got their asses up off of a chair and off of a screen, hit flea markets, hit pop-up shops. They actually sold products. They didn't just sit behind a screen and think that if they list a product with the title and description and the price, that they were going to just become wealthy and rich. I think that's where the misguidance from people that fake drop ship, like, again, and I'm sorry guys, but I got to do this, right? You go on YouTube, you see all the bullshit, right? You see all the bullshit. You see the people that say, you see the people. I was looking at the Sixers stuff. Sixers is my favorite team, but they suck. You see all these people that are like, oh my God, I make $1 million drop shipping. Or you have people that exactly always faded. Nothing is overnight. You got these people that say, yo, bro, listen, man, if you join my little group, I'll teach you how to do ads and you'll be a drop shipping king. Okay. You try it. I'm sure either right now or later, my voice, this video will hit somebody that has tried to drop ship. And I guarantee you, as I talk about this, you're probably like, yeah, that shit was horrible. It probably was, right? You know, let me show y'all something real quick. I got a lot of friends. A lot of friends, okay? I made, I don't even want to talk about how much I made. I've made a lot of money online. I've made a lot of money on Shopify. I made so much money on Shopify that Apple connected with me 2 years ago while I was starting my YouTube, and they actually tried to sue me. I made so much money that Apple, they were done with me selling reps. Look, guys, let me show you my dropshipping store that made me $38K. You see it. You see it. Let the views start rolling in now. Let's talk about 38,000. Okay? Yep. 38,000. Always faded. Do you see on my screen right now how many orders it took me to make 38,000? Took me 2 orders to make 38,000. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see the screen. I made 38,000. Yeah, you ain't know how, right? I'm gonna show you how, bro. I'm gonna show you how. I want to tell y'all something, man. On YouTube, Educated Hustler. Just type in Educated Hustler, all one word, or you can put it together. And you're gonna see my screen. I don't know. They won't let me show it on TikTok yet, and my agency won't even. They trying to get me the key and all that. But look, let me explain to you guys something, because I love everybody that supports me. And the reason I do this is because I was in a position to where, hold on. Guys, I made 38,000 with 3 sessions. All right. It's time for me to come clean. This was for a video. And what I did was, I wanted to show people, you ever know how, or you ever see some influencer on their story and they're showing the Instagram payments? I mean, that's the Instagram. Shopify payments bubble. Okay. Y'all ever see like that little bubble? Where is it at? You know, the thing, like the Shopify payment notification. Y'all ever see that? Y'all ever see that? Like the little notification that come on your phone that look like this a little bit? No, it look like this. Y'all ever see this? Y'all saw that before, right? Y'all seen this. All right. Let me explain to you why you see all social media influencers. I'm talking about all these drop shippers. Where they at? Where all y'all drop shippers? All y'all frauds. All of them are frauds. They get paid more from their views than they do their drop shipping Shopify stores. All these people are frauds. All of them frauds. Facts. Okay. Well, maybe not all of them. Most of them, I gotta say. Most of them, allegedly. Okay. Now, I had a friend. He does the same thing. And I actually scrolled past one of his videos. The finance niche does pay high on YouTube. And my friend told me, he said, Brandon, I don't make a dime off of Shopify. Well, I do, but not off of my store. I said, what you mean? He said, all I do is create orders, bro. I'm like, all you can do is create orders. Yeah, bro, you can create orders, custom orders on Shopify, and it won't show, and you can literally put it on your dash. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Bro, this guy that showed me, all I got to do, let's say I'm an influencer, right? Let's say I'm an influencer, and I want to promote my community. So I could be like, Hustler taught me community or something, right? Now, I could have just took this and I could have started a dropshipping channel, right? But I don't want to do that, right? I didn't spell this wrong and all that. Look, I could say I sold 34 memberships today and everybody paid $99, right? Add item, right? And then when you do that, it shows you that you made $3,366. Okay. And all you got to do, mark is paid. Right? Now, once you mark it as paid, create the order. And then you mark as fulfilled. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, I'm showing you guys this because one thing is for certain. If something, yo, what's up? Total What's up? One thing is for certain, right? There are always going to be people full of shit in life. I'm going to say it again. There are always going to be people full of shit in life. This right here gives you the opportunity as a influencer. It's going to pop up. It has to generate and load to literally act as if you're rich. I want you guys right now, if you don't believe me, to go to a dropshipper's video right now. Fuck my video. Click off my shit. Go to a dropshipper's video right now and pull up their dropshipping website. That's all you got to do. Pull up their dropshipping website. And when you do that, buy a product. You won't. You can't. And, you know, I want to make this very, very clear. I had to go broke to build my business. I had to miss out on time with my kids to build my business. I had to be called a failure by my parents to start my business. I had to lose people I love for my business. I had to look like an idiot for my business. I had to actually spend my own money for my business. I had to be homeless for my business. I had to sleep in a Jeep, a Grand Cherokee Jeep in the winter because I couldn't pay rent. I had to pay rent for my store instead of rent for my house. I had to do all of these things. So when I come across some bullshit that's acting like it's something it's not when it didn't put the sacrifices and time in, I'm not going to mislead the people that watch me. Not because I can't, but because at what point do you realize that the shit that you got going ain't really going? And let me explain why people... Oh, look, guys, we made 42K! Let me explain to you guys how these people actually make their money. They make their money from promoting Shopify, getting paid affiliate links, getting paid from affiliate links, getting paid from vendor links, getting paid from these places like DHgate to actually circumvent people to literally just order from them. Create websites and create a whole plan where all of the people that want to make money just start coming in under you and you'll make a bunch of money. And then don't just do that. Shopify gives out credit loans too. So go ahead and get you a nice little loan and you straight. Everything I'm saying is facts. And the reason I'm saying it is because, a lot of people never knew you could fake those orders, right? Now, I knew, not only from my friend, but because for a little bit, I didn't even know when I was 19 when I started my first store. Straight out of high school, no help from parents or anybody. Everybody told me I was dumb. I was going to be a failure. I wasn't going to do this. I was using Shopify as a POS system at first. So I did custom orders when I was at flea markets, in front of schools, on the corners at bus stops, selling phones and electronics, and with the potential of getting robbed, killed, selling iPhone 5Cs and 5. Like, I actually put my ass out there, to actually try to grow and build my business. And when I go and look into this world of YouTube and see how many people have the time to make these nice ass motherfucking videos, I get so confused. Now, it's a little bit more in depth. You can go and create a bunch of different type of orders. You can also go and multiple devices and create different sessions. You can do a bunch of different things, but that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not the forget. That's not it. That's not it. We're not done. We're not done. I fucking hate Shopify. The reason I hate Shopify is because Shopify is one of the reasons I went broke, because I built a drop shipping store thinking that the people that they actually have showcasing their website was real and actually helped you make money. No, they want to take money more than they want to make it. So here's the thing. Put somebody as the poster child for Shopify on YouTube and on Instagram, and we'll have all of the young men and young ladies that want to build and grow follow them. I'm not a motherfucking follower, and I'll never be one. You know how many times I have DHgate, AliExpress, Shopify all ask me to do things like, hey, you can become an influencer and you can become an affiliate. You can do this, you can do that. Have so many drop shipping companies hitting me up. Oh, hey, I have this drop shipping software. Do you want? No, fuck no, I don't. I do not. I want to build my own shit and I want my shit to be legit. Did not mean to rap or rhyme, but that was cool. I'm a hustler. And I understand that if I start selling dreams, I'm going to go broke. You only can do it for so long. Gang, how can I flip $400? How much you starting with, man? What's up, man? How are you? It's important, guys. Now let's talk about something else. When you go to drop shipping, right? Let's put in drop shipping right here. What the heck? All right. So, drop shipping, right? You know what's interesting? A long time ago, I put this question in here. Let me see if it pops up. Can you drop ship on Shopify and make money? I haven't looked this up in a while. It says, how likely am I to succeed? Like, really, how many people manage to go to... Depends on your frame of mind. Lambo or building from the ground up. Obviously, if you choose the latter, I want to know who did it. Most fail because they don't have the skill set to succeed or the work ethic. Choose the right products and niche is important. Step by step guide to get started dropshipping. They start putting their links. Y'all want to click on the link? Let's see the link. Let's see who this is.
Creators, I built these 3 apps to run my business just using prompts.
Oh man. I don't want to do that to people. Thank you for the likes, man. I appreciate you. I'm starting with 400. Starting with 400, go ahead and buy. Do you want to buy phones or product? It's 2 options. If I was starting with $400, I would take $200 if I wanted the phone flip, and I would go ahead and buy iPhone 14 or 15. I would take that. I would sell that for around $300. No higher than $300. I'll probably sell it for like $295, $300. It's Christmas. People definitely want it, and people definitely are hurting for bread. So I would take advantage of that. So I wouldn't spend the whole $400 because I would spend the $200 on the phone, and then the next 2, I would go ahead and probably go ahead and buy some product. And if I'm talking about product, you can get chargers, $15 each, 20 chargers, Type-C to Lightning, Type-C to Type-C, USB to Lightning. You get 60 chargers, right? Let's do the math. And I know you can't see my screen because I'm on YouTube. Educated Hustlers, subscribe to me, right? But if I had 60 chargers and each charger I wanted to sell for at least $3.50, I would do that. That's going to give me $210, right? From literally just spending, because they cost $15 each. No. 15 times 3, because I don't want to be inaccurate. So $45 out of your 200, your other 200. Right? So you have $155 left, but $45 turns into $210. So that $155 that you already have remaining, plus that $210, plus that $295 or $300, let's just say $295. Right? So $325 plus $295. You would turn that $406.20 within a week. You know what I mean? I would just do that. Like I would start like flipping like little things because I know that a lot of people don't have money right now. So if I had $400 to spend and actually invest into something, I want to invest into something that's low ticket, not too high, because people are struggling right now. Bro, I cooked my eBay account shipping from China. Didn't know shipping during Q4 is hell. Absolutely. And you want to know something? Good thing you said that, because that's actually interesting. That's why a lot of people that that's why a lot of people that follow these people that talk about selling and stuff, and they get their products from AliExpress and Alibaba and all of that, man. That's why you see them actually listing a lot of videos. You'll see a lot of people with drop shipping and a lot of people with reselling. They posting them videos now. Now I don't get all my products I ship within October. I do not really ship too many with November, December, because what they do is they tax you. I'm talking about wholesalers. They be taxing us. They tax us when we ship in November and December. And they think we're stupid. They'll blame it on customs and all of that. Nah, bro. You trying to tax me. You trying to tax me. Like, these cables, I got about, like 2,400, right? But, oops, sorry, y'all. 2,400, but, what the hell just dropped? But, these cables, they cost me $15 each bundle, and it's 12 each, right? And this is what I've been selling. I already showed y'all how I've been paying my bills. I've been paying my bills selling dolls. Labubu's and shit. That's how I've been paying my bread. I mean, that's how I've been making my money. You know what I mean? But again, yeah, DJ Cool Off. I would say what I would do is if it's costing you too much, don't do it. Like, never ever be scared to like cancel it if it's gonna cost you too much and not make you enough. But yeah, Q4 is hell. Shipping hell for sure, man. I'm sorry to hear that though, but you're gonna bounce back for sure. That's, you know, when I take losses in business, I always think to myself, this is what I signed up for. Every time I know I got a few things that's gonna piss me off tomorrow. That's what I signed up for. When you got a call out and somebody don't show up to where they need to show, that's what I signed up for. It costs to be a motherfucking boss. You feel me, DJ Cool? We cool, bruh. It costs to be a motherfucking boss. That problem that you having with that shipping, a motherfucker that's working a 9 to 5, they just struggling because they don't get the option to be able to ship. You know what I mean? They sit there like, oh my God, I'm still waiting for a promotion. You feel me? So it's all good. Yeah. Basically stock up before that. So stock up before November. So I start literally with my Black Friday plan and sale. I made my Black Friday plan. Let me see when I did. I think it was November. Google Docs. Let me see when I made my plan. I believe I made my Black Friday plan, my outline of what I was going to do. I can show y'all. Wow. It was edited last November 4th. And this is a fact. It's a fact. Like, I can show y'all. Like, right here. Oh, it was open November 4th. So I probably did it October, opened it November 4th to double check to make sure we're doing everything we need to do. But yeah, so I'll be making my Black Friday plans, and it tells me when I need to do certain things. And I usually start that September, October, because it's really important to me to make sure, because I've had Black Fridays where I ain't actually get active and I ain't make no money. And I never wanted to be like that. You know that the December is one of the slowest months for me. It's one of the worst months for my business. Did y'all know that? And the reason is because once people buy up everything from you, you don't, you know what I mean? You stuck. Like, you just stuck. I feel you, bro. I dropped to below standard cut. Oh, and you know how eBay is. So I like my account cooked, so I'm probably going to just open it. Yeah. So, yeah, bro, listen. I feel you. eBay, hey, the package came, but nothing was in the box. Bro, shut your ass up, man. You just trying to get them Christmas gifts without trying to pay no bread, bro. Like, cut that out, bro. Cut that out, man. Or even people that are subscribed to me on YouTube. I still love you. But, oh, man, you know, I didn't know. One guy, he ordered these, right? He ordered 12 of these. And he's like, oh, I didn't know it didn't have any wording on it. What the It make me want to just smack him. Just talking about it. Because it's like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, well. And then when I actually intervene instead of the customer service I pay to deal with it, I'll be like, yo, what's up, man? It's Brandon. What's the issue? Well, you know, I just didn't know that the AirPods didn't have wireless. One guy was like, well, yeah. And I talked about this in the live. I'm bringing it back up because it pissed me the fuck off. And if you see this, you made me mad. But it's okay. It costs to be a month and boss. You hear me? This guy talking about, oh, Brandon, I would like to just cancel my order. I said, why? What's wrong? You ordered from us like 3 months ago. Yeah, but why is the word wireless spelled wrong on this picture? Huh? The word wireless. I'm not connected what he's saying, right? Bro, this guy is talking about the letters behind here, and I'm like, bro, these letters, like, bro, this is not the packaging, bro. Like, bro, what? This is the packaging. That's there just so I don't get fined. I'm doing my Marshawn Lynch or whatever freak his name is. I'm trying to curse. Marshawn Lynch, that's his name, right? I'm just here so I don't get fined. I gotta put pictures in the back that make it seem like they not, you know what I mean? I don't even want to say it, but you get what I'm saying. He like, oh, well, I thought that they come with those words. I'm sorry. Man, it's okay. I just don't want them. All right, bro. Bro, like, they just been trying to hit me upside the head with the dumbest. Oh, the Labubos you sent, one of the packages was open. I said, excuse me, they all come sealed. How was it open? I don't know. It just seemed like it had some tape on it. I just want a refund. All right, just send them back to me. I got you. Never sends them back. Like, bro, like, I get it. It's tough. It's rough. I get it. But damn, bro. Yo, DJ Cool, man, you didn't open the can of worms. Like, people, they be out here just, and it be your own people. DJ Cool, it be your own people, bro. I'm about to cry. It's like, nah. But it be your own people, dog. Bro, it be your own employees stealing from you. You be looking at the camera. They act like they're ringing out AirPods. Instead, they put it in their purse. It be your own people. I gotta calm down, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It be your own people, bro. Like, it really do. It be your own people, dog. They be in the back too long. You feel me? Like, you be like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, yo, people be on that, man. I swear I get them a way to track their order because of the delays. Then they still open in case. Yeah, bro, you gotta stop drop shipping. You drop shipping, ain't you? You gotta stop that drop shipping, bro, because then they will complain. I'm telling you. They be trying to get you, bro. Everything just be wrong now. People just be complaining. I just be like, damn. I be like, yo, give me a break, bro. I thought we was friends. It be the same people scamming me on my website. They be commenting on my video. Good video. Like, bro, what? Yo, dog. Just sold an iPhone not too long ago. Clearly labeled broken front camera. Sold it below market. Talking about I need half my money back. Yo. Y'all. Yeah, I will speed it. I'm telling you, bro. People be... This is just a bad time, man. Like, it's a bad time. It's just, it come with the business though, you know? All jokes aside, it's like, it sucks and it hurts. It hurts. This stuff hurts, man, because you gotta realize, like, you start thinking to yourself, you got a family to feed, you know what I mean? It's like you got a family to feed, and it's just, it's not cool, man, but it is what it is. Yeah, bro, I have a U.S. supplier now. Had my China supplier shipment but now. Yeah, and and honestly, a lot of the Chinese suppliers got factories in the U.S. They got a lot of factories in the U.S. now. The person I used to get my my reps from, they just got a warehouse next to me, and they do pretty well. I don't sell reps because it ain't no reason to. Reps don't make me money. They give me problems. So I don't sell them. But yeah, man, it's a lot of ways to make the bread. It's just November and December are honestly the worst months because there's so much BS. Okay. Oh, always fitted. I forgot to see this one because that was actually something I wanted to answer. After the holidays, when do sales start picking back up? So for electronics, like this is why stores aren't good for me no more. Like I don't want to do stores no more because what ends up happening, January, the worst month ever known to mankind. Horrible. Okay, nobody comes in. Everybody done spent their bread. They not even trying to get no phones, get nothing done. So you always gotta have money on the tuck for the rent on January because you be what? But sales usually pick back up for me personally. April is a really like, okay, all right, now I'm moving. Now I'm getting there. Yeah, bro. I have shit now. Yeah, I did 25K gross rev first 6 months at 21. Yeah, keep going, man. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you, man. I'm very proud of you, and that is good. And I'm glad that you're going through the problems you're going through so young, because they may have got you this year. They ain't getting you next year, bro. They ain't getting you next year. eBay not getting you next year, and that's the type of mindset you got to keep having, bro. Like, because you don't. It's a lot of people that when they go through this shit, bro, they fold. They just fold. They fold. Oh my God, I'm hit with so many chargebacks. I'm like, I'm about to cry. Yo, you know I had so many people, bro. They be doing phone flipping and all this other stuff, and then when things go wrong, the sky is falling, bro. Like, and oh my God, I didn't get a phone sold this week. Oh my God. I'm like, bro, calm down, bro. I don't know what to do, you know. And I had a guy, right? Every time, because me, I ain't a liar, right? I tell people how it is. So, you know what I mean? Boy was like, yo. Boy was like, he's like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this if I'm not making this amount of money. And I'm like, bro, you're doing a great job. I'm like, you're doing good, bro. Keep going, keep going. I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's working. Well, bro, you don't want to leave the crib. Bro, you don't want to leave the house. Bro, you don't want to leave the crib to sell. Well, yeah, but and I ain't nobody daddy. So it's like I don't really try to like I don't try to push people, y'all. I don't. It's no need for me to. If I gotta push somebody, they ain't trying to hustle for themselves. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had a group of friends, man, and I still am friends with them, but they don't like when I say this, so I'm gonna say it anyway. But I was carrying them. You know what I mean? Like I was really, really carrying them. Like I was really. It was a point in my life where I thought the people around me had to glow. They had to get right. You know what I mean? If I got it, you got it, bro. We live together, we die together. Bad boys for life. You feel me? But then you start realizing when you paying for all of the trips, when you paying for people to eat, grown ass men, you paying them to eat. When you paying for them to indulge in things that you don't even indulge in. And then when you look at them and hear and see them complain, you start to be like, well, damn, bruh. It was one time I flew this guy, me and this guy went out to Cali. And I'll never forget this. He worked for me. And mind you, direct deposit, all of that, you know, I do direct. I don't do checks or anything no more, right? So we go out to Cali. As we go out to Cali, we land. I swear, we land. I'm like, yo, it's $50 to get from here to my apartment. Got an apartment in Cali. I'm like, it's $50. I live in Riverside. It's a part that's out of LA, right? So, yeah, right. Y'all always faded and DJ Cool. Y'all right, exactly. So I'm like, yo, it's $50. I said, let's go half on an Uber. So the bull says to me, yo, I don't get paid until, all right, so today, I'll let y'all know, today, the day when we landed, it was Saturday. He said, bro, I don't get paid until next Thursday. I said, what? He said, I don't get paid until next Thursday. I said, what you mean, bro? Like it's just $25. Like, there and back. Like, well, no, just there. Like, we going to my apartment. Like, we not even staying in a hotel. You like, do you understand what I'm saying out my mouth? Like, so I'm like, I'm thinking you could pay half the joint because I pay rent. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, well, I'm exercising their independence. I paid for that guy to get to the apartment. Then I paid for that guy to eat. It got to the point where I started to realize I was acting as if I was his parent. And I don't give money out to get back. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I spent this, so you gotta give it back. Because then it's going to piss me off when you don't give me my money. Like, then I'm a want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a want to get right. Like, you're not about to take from me and then be like, yo, what's up, bro? And like, you owe me $1,000. Like, bro, like, no, it ain't no what's up, bro. Like, where is it at? You know what I mean? But I think that was the last trip I actually paid for somebody, because I started realizing, because when I got back to Philly from that trip, my pockets was low. Like, I was hurt. Man. But nobody knew. And even to this day, people don't know when I'm hurting for bread. Like, what? I'll be hurting for money even now, bro. Like, because it's not about the money. It's about the choices you have to spend it. Like, right now, low time for me. Now, I'm not saying I'm not making no money or anything. I'm saying the options and the traffic and all of that slow. But like, I'm not trying to take care of nobody or spend no bread that I don't need to spend, you know? And I think as men, I could just speak as men, right? I don't really be like, oh yeah, like, nah, bro, I don't got it. Because even, I feel like, I don't know, like, I do internalize that sometimes. One time, one of my old homies was like, oh, I'm starving. And this mind, you a grown ass man, bro. Him to know all after that. Yeah, like, I had to have it before too, man. I was at the mall with my friend and his kid, and I had my kid, and I'm thinking we just introducing our kids and we chilling. Bruh. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, like my kid, your kid, we good. We go to the food court. I lie to y'all not, bro. I'm not lying. We go to the food court. My son want Chinese food. I don't like Chinese food at the mall, so I go get Chick-fil-A. But I'm like, all right, bet. I get my son the Chinese food first. I get myself the Chick-fil-A. I see my friend and his kid not eating. I'm like, y'all straight? Y'all good? Ah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit kind of expensive. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because why you put me in that position? You know what I mean? So I ended up, paying for them to eat. And I ain't have it to take care of that guy and his son. I ain't finna lie. I don't got it like that. Like, I ain't on, like, bruh. I don't got it like that. Not where I'm trying to go. Shit, I'm trying to own warehouses and 30,000 square foot buildings. I'm not trying to like look cute on the internet. Like, you feel me? Like, I ain't trying to. Now I ain't gonna lie. It's certain things I do want, but what I've started to realize. So like, I got a really nice car when I first started making money, and then I totaled it, and I didn't have insurance or anything, and it messed my credit up, and I didn't care because I was like, I'm just gonna use money. Like, why the hell do I need credit? You know what I mean? And then I started messing up my license by speeding and track hawks and shit. And stuff. And then I just started like living so reckless because I thought money was everything. You know what I mean? And it really messed me up, man. It really messed me up. Like that's why I try to tell people, like, if I could go back, I would not care too much about women, or I wouldn't care too much about like cars and stuff, like, because it has a funny way of like really hurting you. I'm telling you, like my car note was like $1,100, and I was cool with it. I'm like, yeah, but then year 3 came and my shit was still 1,100, bruh. So I'm like, wait. I'm like, hold up now. Hold up now. I'm going through some hard times. And this was when COVID hit. I'm like, hold up now. Now y'all got a stimmy for the card payments, but they ain't had no stimmy for the card payments, man. They ain't had no discounts. And I remember because I lost a bunch of I couldn't pay people. They were getting paid $600 every week or something like that. I couldn't pay that. So yeah, I was hurting, man. Like, I brought a bunch of inventory. Nobody was coming into the store. I had a so at first I had the newest Nissan Maxima, and then went to the Jeep, and the Jeep cost a lot of money. Yeah, the Jeep cost a lot of money because it was the time where Trackhawks and all of these things were just like, you had those friends that are car enthusiasts. The Jeep's not good to me. The Jeep was not good to me. No, Jeep bad. Jeep never again. No, I never again. I messed it up, but that's my fault though. You know what I mean? I didn't appreciate the things that I had because I thought money was just so. Because you wake up sometimes and you be like, yo, money. When you don't have to work hard for money, you don't value it. You don't value it. You don't value it. And that, like, I ain't even on here to try to act like, everything is just everything and you don't have to worry about no, bro. Like, money really, you could be up. Like, and that's the thing. And that's why I try to be honest when it comes to my content. And like, I sometimes it puts me in a corner because it feels like I'm doing redundant content, because sometimes I refrain from doing other content that could mislead people. Because money ain't cool, bro. Like, money don't always stay with you. You can have like one badass month and all the money is gone. All the money is gone. Or maybe not all, I'm capping. But you know what I mean. Like, you can have a bad time and something really bad happens and then you just screwed. Like, all bills start hitting you all at once. People start quitting, stealing. Inventory gets damaged. Then what you do? You know what I mean? And then you get to a point in life where it's like, damn, I can't get a job now because that wouldn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, how do I, like, picture me at a Walmart or Wawa or something? Like, it's not that I can't do it. It's the fact that if I did do it, I probably wouldn't be as good at it because I probably would have a mindset of, oh, I'm too good, or, oh, I'm not letting this person boss me around. It's like, that's why I do think everybody should have a job at first. There's nothing wrong with a job at all. And sometimes I feel bad because I feel like I'm dissing people that have a job, and I'm not. Like, I think that having a job is awesome because if you have a job, you're putting yourself in a really good position. Like, I wish I could have a job sometimes. Because the thing they don't tell you about being an entrepreneur is you always wake up in survival mode. Like, you always gotta wake up like fighting for your life, bro. Like, and that's what people don't really talk about. Like, the wrong thing happened, bro, you fucked. I busted my lip and split my lip open. $1,600, bro. I just went to the hospital, no lie, last week, I believe, for a crazy ass headache. Because I was playing ball, a guy's head smacked into my head, and I was just gushing blood. Went to the emergency room. They stitched me up. I told them I had to go to Colombia, so they put these disposable stitches in my lip. The disposable ones last a long ass time. You feel me? I think that when I fell and the guy hit me, it did something to like my mouth or something, and like it created me having migraines. Man, $3,000 basically. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, bro. Like, people don't talk about that. You wake up every day trying to figure out a way to become better, but at the same time, it's like shit is just dragging you down. And then when you walk, and then I'm being real, like when you walk out the crib, you get jealous of the people that have a schedule. They just wake up, they be like, all right, cool, I gotta wake up, I gotta go to this shitty ass job that I hate, but at least you going somewhere that you hate, that you know is going to pay you. I gotta wake up every day and I gotta make sure that I keep my game up, and I gotta make sure that I do this and do that and have this person here and that person there and make that sale there and close this deal here in order for me to maintain what I have. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's like a lot of the people that get their Lamborghinis and things of that nature, they do those things because they feel like those type of transactions will always grant you validation in other people's eyes, and it will. The problem with that is that like I have kids. I have a lot of responsibility. You know what I mean? And if I make the wrong mistake, I'm fucked, bruh. Like, I'm fucked. Right, I'll be like, I can't work a job. I can't work a slave job because I looked at what I did this year and be undervalued. Exactly. You will undervalue yourself. But one thing I will tell you, right? DJ, I'm going to tell you this. One thing I will always preach to people that want to be entrepreneurs, people that want to grow and build, even to myself. If I was talking to myself right now, I would always say get a job. Not because you're undervaluing yourself. Get a job because it teaches you things like inventory management, systems, quotas. It teaches you things like how to hold people accountable. It teaches you how to be a boss. A lot of people don't know because I don't talk about it, but when I first came to Philly, I met this guy that owned a Sprint store, and I got paid under the table with him. I worked with T-Mobile as well, and it was all like little under the table stuff, but I got to see like how people actually deal with things, like how you deal with the slow store, how you deal with quotas, people that don't sell or don't actually meet their standard, you know what I mean? And like how to be a leader. Like I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to de-escalate situations, and I didn't get paid much and anything. I drove from Philly to Maryland to work with this guy, and it changed my life. I worked in Harrisburg before with a friend, and we were just knocking on people's doors to sell his little TV thing he had, and that taught me how to sell. I learned order of operations. I learned Fords, family, occupation, relation, dream. I learned, and what that is how to keep a conversation with anybody. If you want to have a conversation with anybody, you can use Fords. It's an acronym: family, occupation, relation, dream. So you can talk about the family, talk about the occupation, talk about relations, talk about dreams. So hey, my name is Brandon. How are you? I'm doing good. Great. Cool. So I heard that you wanted to buy the iPhone 17. Do you have anybody else on your plan? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, okay, cool. So you're single. Okay, so you only paying one bill. Look at you. Where you work. I mean, we could probably get some of your coworkers a discount, and you as well. Oh, well, I work at such and such. Oh, okay. Do you have any parents that are a little older? Oh, yeah, I got an older mom. Okay, cool. We can get them on a discounted plan and also put them on yours, and you can get the discount too. And then dream. Do you have any aspirations of doing Lyft or Uber or anything like that? Because you get a discount with that too. Like, I know all of these little tips and tricks that I teach my people to be able to excel. But I learned all of that from being under somebody, to be honest. And I think about it. I think that's one of the most humbling experiences that helps you grow, is learning how to be under someone. A lot of us think, including myself at times, that we're big, and sometimes we're too big. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're too big to be under someone. But then when you realize that being over everyone, it makes you not hold yourself accountable. And when you lack self-accountability, you lack self-recognition. And when you lack self-recognition, then you don't ever know when to stop. I was a dickhead when I was listen, when I first started entrepreneurship, I was one of the worst people on this planet. It was all business. I didn't care about your emotions, your feelings, how you looked or how you felt. Was I making money? And that pushed a lot of employees away from me. A lot. Because all I knew was numbers and progression. You know what I mean? And I didn't know the human side. You know, the first store I had, guys, everybody walked out on me. Everybody. Not because they weren't getting paid or we wasn't making money, but because I was like, yo, you ain't at work? Right up. Like, oh, you went on labor, and you're not at the store? Get out, you're fired. Like, little things like that. And it's like, damn, dog. It's like, I'm a horrible person, but it's like, all of that stemmed from me actually wanting to prove people that said I was a failure wrong. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do by any means necessary, because I ain't going to let anybody see me fall. But fuck that, bro. I done fell. I done tripped flat on my ass in front of people, man. I'm okay with it, man. I'm okay with it, because those failures, they are what make me better. They are what make me better. And they will always make you guys better too, man. They will always make you guys better. So just remember that, man. I don't know who needed to hear that little motivational thing. You know what I mean? I know motivation stuff ain't really that popular nowadays. But it is really important for y'all to know, man. Just love yourself and understand how you can grow. You'll be all right. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop y'all, man. All right? I'm about to get going, y'all. I appreciate everybody that has showed love, man. It really means, man, you don't even know, a lot. I'm going to be live same time tomorrow. I'm shooting for like 7. And we're going to talk some more, man. I'm going to try to make this as daily as possible. I know tomorrow I'll have the time. So thank you guys so much for watching, man. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. And I thank everyone. And anybody that is listening to the sound of my voice right now, man, keep going, keep grinding, don't stop. If you are not making the money you want to make, it's your fault. I understand that. It's not the product. It's not the platform. It's not the situation you're in. It's you. You got to do better. And the way you do better is by analyzing yourself, building the right habits, and also understanding that it's not your environment. It's not on there, that shit. It is you. I see you tomorrow. It's faded. It's you. And that's okay. You're not perfect. And it's okay. But don't give the fuck up. Don't give up. Just go back to the drawing board. I got a freaking board right here. I draw on it all the time with different things I need to do, because I got to get better by all means necessary. No questions asked, no blaming, none of that shit. I got to get better. You got to get better. And we're going to do it, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.